the 49ers X factor against the Cardinals. Obviously, it's Trey Lance. It's the fact that the 49ers have a quarterback making his first career start. And while we've talked about this for months, but the Jimmy Garoppolo tendencies, the book on Jimmy, it's out there. And it wasn't out there in 2017 when he was going on that winning streak and when he was lighting it up. People were kind of still figuring out what he could and couldn't do. Now everyone knows. And the teams that have faced him the most have the most success against him, like Seattle. Anyway, we've told you what the Jimmy Garoppolo thing. We know we've talked about that. Trey, it's just guessing now. You know, it's a mobile quarterback. We've seen a little bit here and there. Do the best you can. Hard to game plan for him. And then also, even though he's not ready, you know, he's not a finished product, he's still the best athlete on the field or one of them. And he can run, he can throw, he can do the most. He's the queen on the chessboard, and he's really dynamic. Gives the Niners a fighting chance.
He does. And the Cardinals, I looked to, they haven't played a running quarterback yet this year. They played Tannehill, they played Trevor Lawrence, they played Stafford, and they played Cousins.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice watching your own guy run around and all that and make crazy throws. But then when you have another guy on the other side that can do the same thing, and their defense has been had. They won a close game against the Vikings to open the year. I think it's like recency bias because we all saw them hammer the Rams last week, but they did. Jacksonville gave them a game at first. Jacksonville. So it's not like they've been running rug shop through the league. Now they're still good. They're 4-0 and they're a good team. But like let's not pretend they don't have weaknesses, right? Because they're like you said, their corners aren't.
Giving up 5.4 yards per carry. They did shut down Derrick Henry week 1. Giving up 5.4 yards per carry. That's usually not the recipe to beat the 49ers. So they're going to have to score a lot of points or fix that. Arizona.
I think the Niners defense, as it's shown, it's going to give you some effort. It's going to give you it'll make some timely stops. But the thing is, just with this team, is what's the offense going to do? Like, you got to do something in order to make good off of those defensive stops. And you can't expect this Niners defense to come out and just shut down the Cardinals because they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
One more thing, too. Like, the Cardinals have faced the zone read. They face it every day in practice. They face that. They face it in training camp. They face the play action stuff. The Kyle Shanahan play action stuff. Minnesota, LA, same thing. What they haven't faced this year is someone like Lance who's going to be in the pistol. What's interesting about the pistol is it's the one formation where you can kind of do everything. You can do the zone read. You can also do like play action where you turn your back to the defense. Not like little play action that like turn and boot. You can do pretty much freaking everything. And there aren't that many quarterbacks who do that. I mean, Kyler does it. Justin Fields does it. This is really like the Colin Kaepernick skill set. And it's rare. And they haven't faced it yet. It might be something that's tough for them at first, the pistol and all the little things that they can do off of that.
Right. And Kirk Cousins,
the action game is so much better from the pistol than from the shotgun. Sorry. So much better. So much better.
Yeah. I mean, and maybe Kyle Shanahan uses some extra motivation because Kyle, this guy has a better record than you now. And, they're talking about, this guy he's 4-0 and might be the best, the best guy after Sean McVay in your conference. So maybe you use that as motivation to show this guy up, And
I know everyone associates the pistol with Greg Roman, Jim Harbaugh, Colin Kaepernick. But if you remember, it was Kyle Shanahan who did it first because in 2012, RG3 started week 1 and Colin Kaepernick didn't. They were doing it in Washington. And the way I felt covering the team here was they were like, dang, they beat us to the punch. We could do that. We want to do that. We're going to do that. But we didn't do it. We didn't have the conviction. We have Alex Smith. Alex Smith is good. And then when they saw the success that Washington was having, I think they really were like, we got to get Colin Kaepernick on the field. They started playing both quarterbacks. And then when Alex Smith got hurt, they were like, okay, perfect. This is our opportunity.
And RG3 was super efficient that year. I mean, for a rookie.
The whole offense was the pistol. It was like And RG3 didn't run the pistol in college. He was a spread offense shotgun guy. And Kyle Shanahan's like compromise was, we're not going to do that, but we're going to do the pistol, which is kind of like a hybrid of a college offense and an NFL offense, right?
Yeah, and he can run his. He can run
Kaepernick ran it all every year in college. It was the Nevada thing, but RG3 didn't.
Yeah.
And that's why the Niners did it, because Kaepernick did it. Kyle did it because he kind of saw maybe Greg Roman did too, but Kyle understood what there's, me and my dad are a play action based offense. This is a way for us to kind of bring play action into the new age with these.
You can still run your stretch zone out of that. All Absolutely. That you can run all
the
stuff.
You often see people. I like standing up, but you often see people in the pistol get the ball and turn, or turn do a full boot. Like you can't really. You don't ever see that in the shotgun. No, because no.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think you probably will start to see more of that in
I think we'll see a lot of pistol against the Cardinals. It's gonna be like 2000. We're gonna party like it's 2012. It's gonna be really interesting.
They should know, but they should have a list of plays. As with any backup in the league, you should know what all your quarterbacks like, and that should be incorporated in. And when those guys end up starting, that's got to be incorporated in your offense. That when those guys are going. So it's the same system, but it should vary from quarterback to quarterback. Obviously, Lance has a different skill set, but there should be things just as a different quarterback that he's more comfortable with, that he's going to I like this, I like that, and put that in your offensive game plan because he's comfortable with it.
Okay. So this is going to be wild.
Hold on. I did want to say one thing about Lance is I think, and what I think could be an X factor is, and he seems to have this tendency, and this is maybe the one thing I'm really excited and super curious to see if it continues to trend out, is he seems to take care of the football. And if he does that against Arizona, it's going to give them an advantage. If he just does that alone, if he doesn't turn the ball over but completes 50% of his passes and doesn't need to throw for 300, but if he has 250 yards and completes 52% and throws for 2 touchdowns but doesn't turn the ball over, the Niners are probably in that game.